I just want to kick this shit off by saying,
up,
fuck
everybody?
y'all. I ain't got to clear my name on a motherfucking thing. Every time I get mentioned, one of y'all bitch ass niggas get 24 hours of attention. I'm finna get this shit off my chest and lay it to rest.
Now,
let's
tonight
go.
marks the debut of Megan Thee Stallions' new song, HISS. I'm not sure if HISS is accompanied by a video, but I believe it is. In this video, in this song, Megan Thee Stallions, as you can see from the preview, she already made notion to what is going to be at least one thing that's going to be addressed in HISS. She basically said, she's tired of people talking. She doesn't have to clear her name about anything, but she's going to get this off her chest one time and one time only. So stay tuned. Now, after people saw this, they figured that the HISS is going to be one thing in response to, remember, Megan came out about a week ago and said, or 2 weeks ago and said, I'm about to pop out. Everybody that's been saying my name and wanting me to pop out, for those reasons, I'm going to be popping out to address all those reasons. And the ones that were calling for me, I'm coming. That was about a week and a half ago. So now she drops the trailer for HISS, and people are speculating that she's going to be talking back and responding to Partisan and Nicki Minaj in particular. Now, there's also been some other people, some Tory Lanez fans, who think that Megan Thee Stallion is going to be taking shots at Tory Lanez, who is locked up in prison. Now, I guess because Megan was saying people keeping her name in their mouth and she's going to respond back to them. Since Tory Lanez has been locked up, I can't really see how any Tory Lanez fans can think that Megan will have any words for Tory Lanez. If she does anything, she may respond to some of the Tory Lanez fans that has been still going on even after the trial, calling her a liar and, messing with her online when that situation is over. They went to court, Tory Lanez was found guilty, and that's that. There's nothing really else can be said or done about that. If people want to proclaim Tory's innocence, that's fine, that's their business. But as far as them continuously to say stuff to Megan, I don't think that Megan's going to respond to Tory Lanez indirectly. But recently, when she was doing a live, she pointed out the fact that Tory Lanez never spoke his innocence in court. This is the place he needed to. She also said, Kelsey, I never understood why Kelsey didn't stand up for herself and say she didn't do it in court. So if anything, Megan may reemphasize that again and say, listen, he could have said it in court. He didn't, so leave me alone. Then another thing is Nicki Minaj. A lot of people feel as though we already know what happened with Partisan Fontaine, and I can definitely say that there is some response to Partisan Fontaine, and she may or may not have even mentioned him by name, since he mentioned her by name on his record that he was responding to her, right? Megan the person. So you can expect her to respond back to Partisan directly. As far as Nicki Minaj goes, we know this all goes back to when Megan and Nicki Minaj was on Hot Girl Summer together, which Megan went to recruit Nicki to get on Hot Girl Summer. During their live, she, we can't say the word allegedly, she insinuated things about Cardi B. People just assumed she was talking about Cardi B, even though she never mentioned Cardi B's name. Later on, we found out that she and Cardi had a conversation where she allegedly admitted that she was talking about her when she was saying, oh, I'm going to go write some ass and stuff like that. But she told Cardi allegedly that she didn't know her then, and she was just going on what people were saying. But when she met her, she totally changed her perception of her. Cardi, that was understandable to her. She was good with that confession, and they went on to become pretty good friends or acquaintances or whatever. Then Nicki Minaj first took a shot at Megan when she found out she was getting Grammy nominations. She was saying, I didn't win new artists. Go picture that. And, she started throwing shade at Megan about the Grammy nominations. Now, as far as record goes, Megan, people think that she was responding back to Nicki Minaj when she said, I'm the S, according to the Academy. And I believe that song was called Thought-ish. And that was in May of 2020. No, that was in June of 2021. But in May of 2021, Nicki Minaj was on Seeing Green, and a lot of people think that she was taking shots at Megan when she said, these girls are thirsty. I can see why they're alcoholics, because there was, people was calling Megan alcoholic and a lush and what have you. She also said, you think you hot, come and convince me. And Megan calls herself the hot girl. They've been going back and forth since then. Megan made some comments on Traumazine. Oh, I don't need a feature. I'm a beast alone. I don't need a feature. Nicki sit back with the Drop a Tear on the Queen remix of FRE, what was it, Freaky? Or whatever that record's called, FRE. So, and then we have, she also did the line Drop a Tear. And, that was from that song. Then she came back with Red Ruby the Sleeves, and she made comments. She said, I don't mess with horses since Christopher Reeves. Megan, so-called, came back on Traumas. It was just a little back and forth. Megan did it in a freestyle and said, until one of you hoes address me, I'm not talking to you, or something like that. Now, the most recent dig, the most recent dig was on Nicki's Pink Friday 2 album, where people assume she's talking about Megan when she said, stay in your lane, stay in your Tory lanes, I'm not Iggy. So a lot of people believe that since she mentioned Tory Lanez, that she is going to have a reply back for Nicki Minaj on this HISS song. From what I've gathered, I'm not going to tell anybody whether I've heard the song or not, but y'all know how I get down. F it, I heard the song already. I heard the song already. So you're going to have to listen. It's at midnight. But if you look at Megan Thee Stallion and how she's been giving it up, she basically is on some, if you're not going to mention my name and you're just going to sub me, well, I'm going to give you back the same sub. If you want to sub a little more, then this time I'll sub a little more. If you want to sub a little more, then I'm going to sub a little more. I'm going to do all the subbing. You're not saying my name, so I'm going to do the same thing to you and just give out enough subs where people will say, oh, she's got to be talking about Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? They also thought she was talking about Nicki in bongos when she said, hoes pop pills, but I'm the one they can't take. So, listen, HISS, Megan fans, get ready for it. That's what to expect on it. You could definitely expect her to respond back to Pardi and Fontaine. You can expect some really, really subliminal type subliminals to Nicki Minaj and to anyone else that has had anything to say about the case or what have you, but not Tory Lanez. Don't expect her to respond and mention Tory Lanez's name. And everything else, you just gotta wait and see. So, I'm your boy Heaven Hollywood. Hotties, be on the lookout. Midnight, HISS.